Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. And the message of the day is, no matter how hot it gets, keep calm and carry yarn. Yep. Okay. My string of productiveness continues. And you may have noticed that I'm back to the same angle again, because I just gave my ring light to my husband and said, I broke it again, and he fixed it. So back in business until my $5 ring light conks out again. He says this might be the 6th time that he's fixed it. And you can see the evidence, like he can see glue that he put on the plug where the plug was coming undone, and there's wires that he soldered together, and then he had to resolder them, and now he has glued the phone stand onto the top of the ring light. So we'll see if this how long this one lasts. I should have marked it on the calendar, like, okay, ring light fix number 5 or 6 or whatever it was. I finished a challenge. The Share the Love Instagram challenge that is being promoted, shared by the Cozy Buckeye and Stacy Makes, where you go to Instagram and you find 5 free patterns that you've never made before, and you make them, and then you share them. And you follow the designer and tag them when you put your stuff on Instagram, all this. I had fun with this. I already showed you one. I already showed you the duck that I made from woolly, I think it's underscore. I don't know if it's a dot or an underscore. Amigurumis. So I made that one already. And there was a free Instagram pattern that I found a couple of weeks ago, and I have had on repeat for the Bronto. So now I have a yellow Bronto to join the Bronto parade. I just having fun with this. Okay, which one do I show you next? I think I will go in order in which I made them. Since I had yellow out from that duck, I made a little chick. And the little chick has an egg on the side of its head. Let's see. Duck with Egg is by Therapy on My Hook. I will link all of these in the description before I get the video, or once I get the video uploaded. So there will be links, but I'm just going to put the name of the Instagram person up there if you want to check them out immediately. If you're like multitasking and looking on Instagram at the same time you're watching a video. Okay, then I need to take a sip here. I have a frog in my throat. See if that helped. Apparently not. Okay. The Sky Serpent is by KYS Crochet Corner. You know I like making dragons. Here is, what was it, Mirage, the mini Sky Serpent. And this worked up very quickly because I don't think there are any rows that are more than 18 stitches. And most of it is surface crochet. I did go a little bit rogue with the horns. The horns that she had on hers, well, she put a pipe cleaner in and used a twisted pipe cleaner for the horns. or gave alternate horns that were about half the size of these. I wanted to go big with the horns. You know, this is a fierce-looking dragon. It needs fierce-looking horns. So I am very happy with Mirage, the Sky Serpent. I was like, I'm on a roll. I'm finding these patterns on Instagram that I really like and I want to make over and over again. I just got a text message and I don't know who it was from. I cannot see. Okay. Then there was a mini turtle by Mini Turtle. Okay, this is a collaboration of two Instagram accounts, lmsart.co and cofire.co, and I will put them up in text because maybe I'm mispronouncing. Now, I had my scrap basket out there. I have a scrap box. I'm trying to finish it off. And I actually thought like, ooh, I still have this yellow and there's green in the scrap box. I need to remake the chick in a frog hat that I sold at my last show. So, yeah. Add that to my list. The never-ending list. Scrap box. One day earlier this week, when I was I just came in here for something else, and there was a ribbon yarn on the floor. It had fallen out of a tote. The inserts, the cube inserts. And it was just sitting on the floor, and it looked like it was sort of tangled, and it was falling off the cardboard insert that they put them on. So in the midst of all the stuff that I needed to get done that day, I took that ribbon yarn out to the living room where I have my yarn winder, and I wound it into a nice, neat little cake and put it in my scrap box. Because the scrap box was already full. It really, it needed one more cake of yarn to be crammed in there, and my day needed one more thing. So I'm sitting there last night. Okay, I'm going to make this turtle. Let's make it with something from the scrap box because it's a little turtle and it's only going to use a little amount of yarn. Well, then I decided to combine some other yarn with the ribbon yarn. It's sort of a flag ribbon. And this is what turned out. Now the shell was a rather, well, I guess I can't say it's rather long yarn, or a color change yarn, because it started out with pink, and then it went to purple, and it was just changing to a bright blue when I finished that off. The head and the underbody are the ribbon yarn with a light blue yarn. That light blue yarn was probably like a fingering weight, so I had to use the Navajo method to get 3 strands at once. So I'm trying to pull 3 strands from the blue yarn and 1 strand from the ribbon yarn. It was getting all tangled, but I ended up with a cute little turtle. I'm going to put him in my $5 box just because he's so little. It didn't take all that long to make. It would have been considerably faster if I was only working with 1 strand of yarn at a time. Okay, and then one more. This one might be my favorite. I don't know. It just turned out cool. I'll give you a hint. Look at that. It is a little coffee cup with legs on it. I probably should have put the handle just a little more. Yeah, handle's just a little bit off, but cheers. It was even cuter. It's got heart-shaped foam for the cream on the top. This is so cute. I love this. I did put plastic in the bottom to help keep the bottom nice and flat. I love the way it turned out, and I want to make more. Which is good because I had to come back here and search for a light brown yarn to do the coffee and the legs. So I have like a 3-ounce skein of worsted weight yarn in this brown sitting out by my chair, just waiting to be used. I think you could do this in different color coffee cups. Like, it doesn't have to be a white coffee cup. I could go through, make a cute little pink coffee cup and a cute little yellow coffee cup, and sort of like my March of the Brontos there, have a March of the coffee cups. So I want to thank the Cozy Buckeye and Stacy Makes for challenging me to do this, because this was fun. I found some new favorites. I mean, I told you, I'm going to make more of these. And I'm going to make more of these. I might make more of the turtles, but turtles, I can just freehand those. I don't really need to sit there and do a pattern. A lot of times with turtles, I tend to go until I run out of my scrap yarn, and then with the shell, and then make the head and the underside and the legs from something that coordinates with the yarn I just ran out of. So, and the chick with the egg on it, we'll see how it sells. I mean, I'll remake it if that one sells. Just this one, I just have a sense that this one is going to be a good seller. I need to get, well, maybe I'll make one more and then put both of them into my Etsy shop, like make a special listing for cute coffee. I already have a listing for my own coffees, but they're $5 each for my little happy coffee that I make from my own pattern. This is a bit more complicated with the legs, and like my coffee, I just do a chain and single crochet or half double crochet back for the handle. This handle, you're making a tube of 5 stitches, and it takes a little bit longer. So these aren't going to go for 5. This would probably be 10 or 12. I'll have the time how long it took me to make it. I'm going to make more. I found some new favorites. There'll be more dragons and more coffee cups. And I still have a few. Instagram patterns that I found. Sorry, I have a fan, like right here, just out of frame. And it keeps blowing hair across my face. And it's like, I need the fan. I need the fan on because it's hot out again. It's currently about 83 degrees in the house. And I need to have a fan blowing on me so that I do not melt. But it's sort of annoying for the hair to keep going. If that is the biggest problem that I have today, I am truly blessed. Yes. Maybe I should just get myself I was going to say a safety pin. No. Like a hair clip and clip my hair back. But then I'd have to leave and come back. So today, I'm going to go visit my friend Joanna. And I'm going to sit in her living room and chit-chat with her and work on Trudy's Afghan, probably for about 2 hours. So there will be significant progress on Trudy's blanket today. Maybe I'll even finish it. Who knows? Well, I do have yarn ends to tuck in. Before I leave, I'm going to put dinner in the crock pot so I don't have to worry about cooking when I get home. I'm going to make teriyaki chicken in the crock pot. And when I get home, I don't know, I'll come up with some vegetable. I might do Brussels sprouts in the air fryer. And we do have some leftover rice from Sunday. I could reheat that. Have teriyaki chicken, rice, and Brussels sprouts. It doesn't seem to all fit a theme, but it uses up stuff that we have in the fridge. Just be using things up. We have a major car insurance bill coming up in a few weeks. And there have been a few little reminders from my husband about, yeah, we got a big bill coming up in July. We pay our car insurance twice a year. So January and July, there's a big bill due. We got a big bill coming up. We need to watch, we need to use up what we've got, watch our expenses, keep expenses down, all this. So the credit card bill comes, and he's like, whoa, we've been doing well. This is the lowest that the credit card has been in a long time. And then today we get the bank statement, and he sees that there was an automatic payment made to Discover Card for over $700. He's like, that's a lot more than we usually pay to Discover. I said, yeah, Discover was doing this thing where if you use Discover Card to buy your groceries, you got 5% back in Discover rewards rather than the usual 1 or 2% back. So all the groceries I've been buying through May and June, I've been putting on the Discover Card, so they don't show up on the usual credit card that he was looking at. But there's all this. He's like, oh, I guess we didn't do all that well. No, we still spent about the same amount at grocery stores. There was one time when I went to Wegmans and I had not shopped in like 10 days, and I spent well over $200. And that was rather painful, but went on the Discover Card, got paid, and we earned 5% on that. So I said, yeah, well, with $700 being on the Discover Card, that's like $35 now that we have Discover rewards. So if I go to Amazon, there's like $35 I can get for free with the Discover Card stuff. So okay. But I need to go shopping again. We're running out of stuff again. I'm going to try to hold out till Friday. So that was my Share the Love Instagram challenge. So I want to tag somebody. I want to tag Strawberry Bonnie and say, hey, Bonnie, let's see what you come up with. Can you find 5 new Instagram free patterns you've never done before and share them with us? It was fun. So I'm going to go out to my chair and make something. It may be one of these. Actually, I will probably go out to my chair and edit this video and try to get the video edited before I go to Joanna's house. And I have to get the chicken in the crock pot. So I might not be working on amigurumi until after dinner tonight. I'll be working on the Afghan for quite some time this afternoon. That will be good. So I will play with yarn today. I will. And I'm having so much more fun now that I have some new fun patterns. And I want to go find some more. Yeah. They're all over the place. I think I should do my own little challenge where I change it around so it's not free patterns on Instagram specifically, but free patterns on websites and blogs, because that's where mine are. Mine aren't on Instagram because then I'd have to go through and format the pattern so that it fit in so many nice little squares, and that would take a lot of time on the computer, and that is not one of my favorite things to do. It's easier to just put it into a Word document and copy and paste it into the Blogger and add some pictures, and there you go. It's done. Maybe someday I will graduate to putting it on Instagram, but right now they're on my blog. And I think there are a lot of really nice patterns that you can get free from crochet designers that have them free on their blogs. So I am going to make a note in my day planner to make a challenge. Yep, maybe that'll be for July. Because in July, I am part of a challenge on Ravelry for making amigurumi from this list of designers. And some of them have paid patterns, some of them have free, some have both. And you might be able to double dip if I do this challenge in July. Yep. Ideas. I have so many ideas and so little time to implement them. So right now, I need to say bye-bye. Bye-bye from me. Bye-bye from the Bronto Parade. Bye-bye from my Instagram bunch. And Joanna, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.